Okay, I want to call the meeting to order. Thank you for coming, everyone. Roll call.
Commissioner Cagle?
Here.
Commissioner Heisler?
Here.
Commissioner Hickey?
Here.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Here.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Here. Okay, the Pledge of Allegiance is next. Next is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
I'll make a second to that motion.
Roll call.
Commissioner Cagle?
Here.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes. Next is matters from the public. Aaron Wagner's first.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all. Erin Wagner, Caroline Street, Crystal Lake. This evening, I have formatted my speech as a list, since that we know our president from his book loves lists. Number one, our current president transferred, this is entitled, Reasons the Board Should Vote for a New President. Number one, he transferred control of a public advisory committee to a private homeowners association that he was personally an officer of without disclosing that conflict to the board or the public. He never should have been allowed to make that decision, let alone lead this board. Number two, multiple residents, myself included, have gone on record in the public official board meeting minutes calling his self-published book offensive and misogynistic. That feedback has been given repeatedly and ignored repeatedly. The character of the person leading this board matters, and this community has expressed to you all that his character is in question. Number three, he dismantled this district's DEI policy over the objections of residents who packed this room. Number four, he moved public comment to the end of the agenda, forcing residents to wait sometimes 2 hours to be heard, then voted against restoring it. Number five, the current president has cut off residents' microphones, silencing their right to free speech. Number six, he used district funds, our taxpayer funds, to rent metal detectors and bulletproof vests because he claimed he was afraid of his constituents. Number seven, he has repeatedly voted present on agenda items, a voting option that doesn't exist in the district's own board policy. That same policy requires the president to vote on every item after the other commissioners have voted. He isn't just avoiding accountability, he's violating the very rules he's supposed to uphold. Number eight, he has treated fellow commissioners with open condescension, repeatedly dismissing concerns, ignoring board policies, and running meetings in a way that sidelines his colleagues just as readily as it silences residents. Number nine, don't worry, I'm almost done. He allowed a friend and former commissioner to charge taxpayers $650 an hour as the district's attorney for a full year. Only when residents and commissioners demanded transparency did that rate suddenly drop in half. Accountability shouldn't require an audience. The board took an oath to represent everyone in this community. Keeping this president in place makes that impossible, and it's time to vote for a change. Thank you.
Okay, John Martin. John Martin.
John Martin, Amberwood Drive. I'd like to talk about ordinance 11.41. This ordinance exists to prevent people from permanently placing personal property on Park District property. For example, if your yard backs up to the park, you can't put a swing set out there, you can't have a shed built on it. Makes sense. Every Park District has this type of rule. The difference in Crystal Lake is because the lake is almost entirely owned by the Park District, a special exception had to be made. Section D of this ordinance was the special provision for the lake, which allowed for the placement of piers, boat lifts, moorings, and swim rafts on the lake bed, with the understanding that residents had a right to use the lake. This section also outlined a lot of rules and restrictions on the placement, use, maintenance, and expansion of these items. About a year ago, in fact, exactly a year ago, this board made one of its first agenda items the removal of Section D from this ordinance. Specifically, the current president's majority cabal and their attorney, all being shoreline property owners, didn't like the restrictions on these piers and boat lifts. So at the May 15th meeting last year, this brand-new board voted by the now familiar 4-3 margin to remove Section D of Ordinance 11.41. They didn't just alter the restrictions or remove the restrictions. They removed Section D entirely, which also included the authority to put those things in the lake in the first place. So now, all of the residents who live on the lake illegally have their piers, boat lifts, moorings, and swim rafts on the lake bottom. Nice job, guys. No more restrictions for you. You made a huge mess that someone else now has to clean up. I hope all the shoreline residents are aware of this problem, and whether the future board continues as is, or it's the next board, or the next board, I hope someone cleans this up appropriately. This is a horrible example of self-interested, inept leadership.
Mark Sparber. Mark Sparber.
Mark Sparber, I live on Coventry Lane. Good evening, everyone, members of the board and fellow residents of Crystal Lake. I'm here tonight to speak on a matter that is fundamental to the health of our local government, the standard of decorum from both the dais and from the public gallery. The purpose of public comment, the mission of the Crystal Lake Park District, is to build trust and provide transparency. For that trust to exist, the public comment portion of these meetings cannot be treated as a legal formality buried at the end of a long night. It is the primary bridge between the taxpayers and the commissioners who represent them. When the public is required to wait hours to speak on items that have already been voted upon, it creates a barrier to engagement. I want to thank the commissioners who recently moved to return public comment to its rightful place before the vote. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about respect for the community's time and value of their input. However, decorum is a two-way street. To the public, if we want our voices to be heard and taken seriously, we must approach this podium with the intent to inform and advocate, not to disrupt. We must respect the 3-minute limit and maintain a tone that allows for constructive dialogue. To the board, decorum from the dais means more than just following the Roberts Rule of Order. It means actively listening. It means avoiding dismissive body language and ensuring that the public feels their 3 minutes are being valued and not just endured. We are all here because we care about our parks, our lake, and our community. Whether we are discussing the budget, the lakefront, or policy changes, we can disagree without being disagreeable. I ask this board to commit to a permanent policy that prioritizes public input early in the agenda and to lead by example in fostering an environment of professionalism and mutual respect. Let's get back to the business of enriching lives through recreation in a way that makes every resident proud of how our district is governed. And when I wrote this last part, it reminded me when I graduated college, we had this shirt I got from the National Recreation and Parks Association. It said, I can't remember now. I forget it.
Tom Burney. Tom Burney.
Last time at the meeting, let me just get it started here. Last time at the meeting, I asked for a minute of silence for Rosemary Kurtz. Did I get it? No, Fred just continued on. Rosemary Kurtz today is being feted by the Illinois State Legislature for the service that she provided to this community and to the state of Illinois. And she is one that I call my friend. She's one who calls this community, the city of Crystal Lake, her home, not her part-time home, her permanent home. There are so many accolades that Rosemary deserves, and she earned them all. And as you guys go into this voting meeting to elect new officers, I would ask you, and in this moment of silence, to think about Rosemary and the example that she led, and to think about the last year that, in terms of what we have seen here with Fred's leadership, and I would implore you to replace Fred as president. So with that, my minute of silence. Thank you. She deserved that.
Lynn Doherty. Lynn Doherty.
Hi, my name's Lynn Doherty, Woodland Drive. I've been a longtime resident, retired accountant. I love our park district, and I commend all your time that you put in here. I have two quick comments. First, I recommend that Karen Johnson be elected as president of the Park District Board. For many years, it has been the practice of the board to elect a new president each May. Karen has been on the board for 5 years and has shown herself to be smart, even-tempered, and diplomatic. These are traits that have the ability to curtail the divisiveness we have witnessed over the last 12 months, which would also be good for the community. Please strongly consider this. And second, last May, Eric Anderson stepped off the board and into the role as outside legal counsel. I feel outside counsel should be independent to the park board. The board has the opportunity to put the wheels in motion to correct this by issuing a request for a proposal for the office of Park District Attorney. Please strongly consider this also. Thank you for your time.
Next is Bruce Mazurkowicz. Bruce Mazurkowicz.
Members of the board, good evening. I am here tonight to address the severe breach of public trust and a failure of leadership that occurred at our last meeting, when the board president used their platform from the dais to publicly target, shame, and embarrass two members of the public for sending critical text messages. A line was crossed from governance into outright intimidation. First, let's be entirely clear about the law. Public comment and criticism of public officials are fundamentally protected under the First Amendment. When a presiding officer uses their official authority to single out and humiliate a resident for expressing critical viewpoints, it is not just unprofessional, it is a form of retaliation. It creates a dangerous, chilling effect meant to silence dissent. Courts have made it clear public officials cannot use their power to harass citizens for exercising their right to petition their government. Second, this behavior is a direct violation of the basic rules of order and the Open Meetings Act. The role of the chair is to maintain decorum, not to weaponize the gavel to settle personal grievances. If a board member objects to a resident's critique, the proper legal channel is to address the facts professionally, not to launch a personal attack on a citizen's character. Furthermore, this failure extends directly to the Park District's legal counsel, who sat by silently and watched these violations occur. The primary duty of the board council is to protect this district from legal exposure and constitutional violations. By failing to intervene and failing to stop an open violation of the Open Meetings Act, legal counsel utterly failed this board. Because of this profound abdication of professional duty, I call tonight for the immediate resignation of the Park District Legal Counsel. Power dynamic matters. When you sit behind that microphone, you represent the institution. Using that power to bully a resident from a position of authority is an abuse of office. I call on this board to immediately review its codes of conduct, cut ties with legal counsel who will not protect the law, issue a formal apology to individuals who were targeted, and ensure that this chamber remains a safe, democratic space for public discourse. Thank you.
David Brandburn. David Brandburn.
Good evening. I'm David Bradburn and a resident of Crystal Lake. Last meeting, there was an outcry from the board that bemoaned how unfair it was that Three Oaks was not doing enough to provide public access for personal boat use on the property. Words like equitable and public access were flippantly tossed around, which on the surface may look like taking up for the community as a whole, but was really just more petty and sarcastic grandstanding from a bully pulpit masquerading as leadership. When voting on record to remove any equitable language from the Park District's board mission and value statements, only to call for equity from another entity is disingenuous at best. When saying that an open discussion about the issue of Three Oaks and therefore the city of Crystal Lake should take place, but only bringing this up in a venue where it could not take place is not leadership. A leader who believed what they were saying would take this issue up with city council. This has not been done. Again, this is not leadership. This is more political theater, which undermines the credibility of the entire board when it goes unchecked, and is even more egregious when it comes from the person who was elected by the board to be the one to lead their meetings, and who has taken it upon themselves to be the mouthpiece of the board. Again, this is not leadership. The fish rots from the head, and tonight there is an opportunity to gift yourselves with a new head. I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity, if not for the Park District citizens' sake, then at least do it for your own sake, so that you can begin to remove the stain of co-signers, if not co-conspirators.
Brad Fennessy. Brad Fennessy.
Good evening. Truly, we live in a community defined by our resources. Whether it's the quiet, vital restoration work happening right now at Stearns Woods, or the incredible energy at the new Lakewood Meadows Park on Halligus Road, our parks are meant to be a refuge. These public spaces, especially new successes like Lakewood Meadows, remind us of what's possible when we have a clear, community-focused vision in place. This is the Park District we should be celebrating. But lately in this room, that celebration has been replaced by an atmosphere of hostility from the board. Transparency and fiscal responsibility aren't just buzzwords. They are the floor upon which good governance stands. Unfortunately, under President Tasinga's leadership, that floor has fallen through. We have been dragged into a cycle of manufactured crises. We've seen established DEI policies dismantled, lake advisory groups upended, and taxpayer money used to fund a drama tax. When our district's council, Eric Anderson, spends his $425 an hour time filing police reports over a resident's Facebook message, he isn't protecting this district. He is building a high-priced shield to protect a board member's ego from public accountability. and that's a shame. You see, this is more than just a First Amendment concern, it's a competency concern. When a board is more afraid of a camera lens than it is focused on our parks, it has lost its way. As a concerned citizen, I have lost confidence in this leadership's ability to protect the interests of the public from the many months of wasted energy put forth by members of this board and your legal counsel. As we approach the annual reorganization tonight, it is time for a system reset. President Tasinga, for the health of this board, I urge you to allow a fellow commissioner to step into the chair, someone who can model engagement rather than avoidance. Give yourself the chance to watch how this role should be performed. Furthermore, we must address the council. Mr. Anderson, your performance this year has shown that you are underqualified for the specific needs of a public park district. Your focus on investigating citizens rather than facilitating governance has cost us enough. It is time for this district to seek counsel that values the law over political theater. Restructuring isn't just about changing names. It's about reclaiming our direction. Let's stop running in circles and start moving toward a vision like the one we see at Lakewood Meadows that we can actually celebrate again. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to unfinished business, there's none. So moving on to the consent agenda. Approval of voucher expenses for the month ending April 30th, 2025 in the amount of
That should actually say 2026, sorry, we just caught that.
2026 in the amount of $542,049.01. Approval of the interim voucher expense for the month ending May 31, 2026 in the amount of $284,915.80. Accept the treasurer's report, April 30th, 2026 in the amount of $14,149,565.14 and approve the regular park board meeting minutes from 4/20/26. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve
Is there
the
a second?
consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes. There's no items removed from the consent agenda, so we will be adjourning this meeting.
Adjourn signed. Yeah.
Okay.
More ceremonial than anything.
Okay, so now we're going to start our next meeting.
Yes, we would
Hey,
start
Fred,
on the binary.
Fred, can I interrupt for a second? The voucher expense for month ending April 30th, 2026, I approve excluding all except for those invoices from Charles Churdrick. Sorry about that.
He's abstained from that.
Yeah, for the binary hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the BINA public hearing is now beginning. We're going to conduct a public hearing concerning the intent of the Board of the Park of Commissioners to sell not to exceed $2 million general obligation park board, alternate revenue source for the payment of land condemned or purchased for parks for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same and the existing land and facilities of the district, and for the payment of the expenses incent thereto.
So this doesn't mean that you're going to issue $2 million in bonds. It's just giving you the authority to issue that much in bonds. And the authority lasts for 36 months.
I so move to approve the BINA public hearing.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
It doesn't hurt to take action on it, but you don't need to take action on it. But you do need to ask for public comment, if there's any public comment on it.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a public comment about the $2 million? Okay.
And then you'd ask for board member comment.
Any board member comment?
And then Fred, as a presiding officer, you can close the public hearing.
Okay, I'm closing the public hearing.
Great, that's it.
Okay, next we're going to do nomination and election of the officers. First, we're going to do president. Do you want to go over, Eric, how this is going to go?
Yeah, well, you can do it any number of ways, but commonly you've just had nominations, and the nominees either accepted it or not accepted it, and when the nominations have ended, then you do a roll call vote, but you could vote by ballot as well.
Okay, so I would like to start by nominating Keith Nisenson for president.
I second that.
And there's no need for a second on nominations, but the nominee has to accept it.
I accept.
Will we vote? Roll call?
Well,
Yes.
one moment. If nominations are closed, then you can have a vote.
Or any other nominations? Okay, then we'll close it and we'll have a vote.
Commissioner Neesensen.
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler.
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga.
Yes.
Right? You gotta give them the seat.
Traditionally.
You'll ask for nominations for vice president.
Can I get any nominations for vice president?
Yes, I nominate Mike Jacobson for vice president.
I will accept that nomination.
Any other nominations? All right, Commissioner Hickey.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga.
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler.
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen.
Yes.
And for the rest of them, you can just ask for a motion to appoint the officers, the special appointments. It doesn't take a nomination, it's just a motion to appoint.
Okay, so we'll make a motion to appoint the remaining officers.
Well, you might want to do them one at a time.
Okay. Board secretary.
I move to appoint Kurt Reckamp, our interim ED, as the board secretary.
Good with me.
You'll need a second for that.
I will second that motion.
Discussion.
Any discussion or additional nominations? Roll call.
All right, Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler.
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga.
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen.
Yes.
You don't have to do roll call for all of them, but you can.
Board treasurer.
I move to appoint Commissioner Tazinga as the board treasurer.
Get a second?
I'll second it.
Comments?
Take the vote.
For the roll call, Commissioner Heisler.
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga.
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen.
Yes. Assistant board treasurer.
I move to appoint Tina Beck as the assistant treasurer.
I'll second.
Anyone else? Okay. Commissioner Tazinga.
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle.
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler.
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey.
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen.
Yes. Legal counsel.
I move to appoint Eric Anderson for a 3-month term while the board conducts the annual evaluation as required by the General Policy Manual.
I will second that motion.
I would like just to appoint him as to continue as our board legal counsel, period.
So I think you have a motion and a second, and a motion to amend, and the motion to amend gets precedence. So if there's a second on the motion to amend, you would vote on that.
So I made the motion to amend just to vote him in as our legal counsel, period.
You're waiting for a second.
I'll second it.
Then you vote on the amendment, the amended motion.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Now you vote on the amended motion.
All right, roll call. Commissioner Johnson?
No.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
No.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
No.
Commissioner Jacobson?
No.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes.
So then it goes back to the original motion. And you do a roll call.
Commissioner Heisler?
No.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
No.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
No. FOIA officers.
I move to appoint Kurt Reckham, interim executive director, and Ann Sander as our FOIA officers.
I will make a second on that motion.
All righty. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga? Or, Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes. That's okay. Open Meetings Act officer.
I move to appoint Kurt Reckham, our interim executive director, as the Open Meetings Act officer.
I second
that.
I will do a roll call. Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes. NISRA Board of Directors.
I move to appoint Kurt Reckham, our interim executive director, as the NISRA representative.
I second that.
Roll call. Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes. Crystal Lake Park Initiative Foundation.
I move to appoint Karen Johnson to the Crystal Lake Park Initiative Foundation.
I will second that motion.
All right, roll call. Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga?
Yes.
Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesensen?
Yes.
That's all of our appointments.
There's no consent agenda.
Correct.
Moving on to agenda items, brochure bid results.
So we have two agenda items tonight, the first of which is the activity guide bid. We go out every year for our seasonal activity guides. This year was the first year that we've had a little bit of an increase where it's slightly over the budget amount that we have. However, we do have some flexibility in terms of page count and options and different things to try to get that a little bit closer to within budget. But it's a company that we're very happy with. We think it's a good value for the organization, and we'd recommend approval of the annual print bid.
What's the, how different is the quote from last year? What was the increase, percentage-wise?
Do you remember off the top of your head, Jenny?
The budgeted amount, I think total was
56,000?
56,150. And typically, we've always come in under budget on the series of three. We're just hearing that paper prices, there's fewer paper mills that are actually like printing this stock of paper. There's more box printers, cardboard. So it did, typically the printers have been pretty good about kind of giving a nod of what to expect. It was just higher than expected this year. So, and as you can kind of see, they ranged anywhere from the low bidder, 62.9, on up to 98. So we're pretty confident with this company. We've worked with 3 years in a row, and then prior to that, a series of 2 years.
Thank you.
I move to accept the brochure bid as submitted.
Second.
All right, we'll do a roll call. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga? Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesenson?
Yes.
Next up, our second item is the purchase of a new lawnmower. This is one that we would be using out at Lippold. This one, we had $59,000 budgeted for it, and the price came in at $47,000. We were able to buy this one off of the joint purchasing state bid program, so that's a really good way for districts and municipalities to save money. So again, it's a piece of equipment that we need. We're able to get it under budget and off of the joint purchasing agreement.
I move to accept the,
Can I?
go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is this an additional piece of equipment, a replacement piece of equipment?
It's an additional piece of equipment. It's one of the things that we'll be using a lot out at the new fields that were just redone at Lippold that we just made a huge investment in, and then also it'll be used at different areas out throughout Lippold as well.
I move to accept the Toro Grounds Master 75 196-inch deck mower bid.
I will make a second to that motion.
All right, we'll do a roll call. Commissioner Heisler?
Yes.
Commissioner Hickey?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobson?
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Tazinga? Commissioner Cagle?
Yes.
Commissioner Neesenson?
Yes. Reports to the board.
Start with-
Usually we start with Eric,
No, nothing.
and then we go
I
to...
think you're relying on Kirk to call him out.
It says go to you.
Okay. Just for us, for a lot of for some people that were here earlier, you saw the lifeguards were getting trained, so the beaches are going to be open this weekend. We're very excited about that. So Memorial Day is kind of the kickoff to the full season. We'll be starting to have our normal summer programs, our Tuesday night concerts. So everyone's very excited to actually get the season kicked off and running.
I was just informed there's some new technology that may keep the geese off the beach.
You may see, if you look out there, we've got some, they look almost like buoys kind of, and little things that will go onto the actual docks. It is a product called Away with Geese. Last year, we lost several weeks of operation to elevated bacteria levels, and the county said one of the main culprits of that is geese. So we've put together some lights and some other different things to try to do everything we can to keep the geese away so that hopefully we don't lose any days to elevated bacteria levels.
Are you aware of any other park districts that are using that technology?
Yes, I believe Wakanda had used them. They were at the IPRA conference and they're nationwide, so
So they feel that they are effective?
yes.
Okay.
Now, I
A little bit
haven't,
skeptical, but yeah.
anecdotally, I heard that the nighttime crew saw some of them and saw the geese leave. So whether that's a long-term solution or not, I'll be able to report back to you in a couple of months.
Sounds like great news.
Tina, anything to report tonight?
Just wanted to point out that we have new hires with the summer season coming up.
Can you
so-
please speak into your microphone?
Oh, sorry, thought I was doing that, pardon me. We just have a lot of new hires with the summer season getting underway, so we've been really busy with paperwork in our department, but other than that, you have the report before you.
Jenny, anything?
Yeah. We had our second marketing intern start last week, and he came back this week, so we're very excited. It's been quite busy in the marketing department. He will be officially introduced. We'll have him come to next month's board meeting. He's got some good interest in marketing analytics. We've also started him on a few social media projects, and he is jumping in. Right now, marketing department, which is Jackie Weber and myself, we're working on all the seasonal updates for summer, including flyers, posters, advertising schedules, social media schedules, photo and video schedules, and website, calendar of events, and press releases. Which leads us to our anticipated website revision is kind of taking a back burner to getting the season up and running, but we are very hopeful that Jackie and I can complete the work and be ready to launch by early to mid-August, so promising that. Couple publications coming up. We'll have our beach e-newsletter to announce beach operations for the summer, our June eConnect newsletter. The summer park report will be delivered on or around June 24th, and staff have already started work on the fall guide, which will be delivered August 13th. That's it.
All right, thank you. Eric?
All right, yeah, this time of year, super busy Park Services team, doing a great job, and really looking forward to the Memorial Day weekend coming up.
Amy?
So I submitted the board report, but I have some exciting news to share. Woods Creek, we have the concrete pad for the shelter has been installed last week, so it's very exciting. Progress is being made on our parks, and that's it. Thank you.
Chief, was there anything you wanted to add this evening?
Office holders. And Kurt, since you're so open to taking jobs, I might slide an application your way.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't think you had enough going on. In our park board report from this month, or from the month of April, 12 pages, both sides, because we're trying to document everything we do now. Every time we kick someone out of a park because they're out after hours, out of a parking lot, you put your dog on a leash, whatever the ordinance violation is, we document that as an ordinance violation. See a lot of suspicious vehicles, suspicious autos, or those will also go down as ordinance violations. We're taking very active interest in our conservation checks and checking a lot of fishing licenses. We checked 19 in the month, and one of them I got was his 16th birthday, and the first thing he did was go out and get a fishing license, so he was more than happy to show that to me. And I was more than happy to check it. But you see a lot of business checks in our board report. That's when we go into a park and check it out. It's not, some parks you can drive by and see everything, Lappin's Park, Knack Park. Sometimes you go in and check out, make sure all the stuff is okay. But for the most part, those are checks where you have to go inside the park, drive into Main Beach, drive into Lippold, check businesses, make sure everything's okay. And every time we go to collect the bags from the locations like Main Beach over the summer, we're gonna have a business check for that location, because we're not just blindly going in and getting things out of safe. We're making sure everything's in order, as most of the other people who work here are doing. So we had 226 calls for service in the month of April. Generally, that'll get us halfway through the year. That'll just usually get us to June. And right now, we're mid-700s. We're really taking an active interest in making sure you guys know what we're out here doing, and that's probably the best way to do it. We had some incidents of note, 2 of which were sex assaults in the park, unfortunately. One, Sergeant Maley back here is actively investigating, and charges will come. We're just following the process. And one, the victim has elected to now to not come forward. She had all the testing done, and we have custody of that evidence, and should she go forward, we will follow through for her as well. These are not stranger dangers. These are relationship type things, so it's not much of a relief, but at least we know there's not someone out there attacking our patrons. So yeah, we did 171 property checks, started documenting our foot patrols, 26 ordinance enforcements, and those 19 conservation checks. Coming up at the end of the week, at West Beach, we're gonna join forces with Lakewood PD, and we're gonna do checks at the boat launch. They're gonna check for the stickers, we're gonna check, make sure the fob, people coming in with the fob are the actual owners and not just borrowing from the buddy. And Sergeant Maley will be coming here on Friday morning, give a talk to all of our new employees and all the new beach staff and all the camp staff about active shooters. It's unfortunate we have to do that, but this particular facility does offer a lot of challenges, and we've, over the years, really honed in on what is important, and the staff is great. So that shouldn't take long. He's an expert, subject matter expert, and we'll make sure our staff is safe. That's it.
Thanks, Sean.
Matters from the board?
Thank you. I just wanted to say the program brochure looked fantastic. And wow, to see all the summer camps sold out so far in advance it could go into print. That was amazing. Are we completely sold out now?
We're never completely sold out. If Sam had her way, she would put a kid in pretty much any corner of this facility that she could. So what a lot of times will happen as we get closer to summer, we'll have people that drop out. We'll have people that say, well, I was going to sign up for all summer, but now I only need a few weeks. So it's kind of this matrix that she'll keep working at. So we're not completely sold out, but if someone is still looking for care at this point, it's going to be difficult to find.
That's an amazing amount of work from our staff. Thank you so much for that. Did the 5th grade dance go?
The 5th grade dance did go.
Woohoo! How did
Yes.
it work?
It went like you would think a 5th grade dance might go. It wasn't quite the numbers that we were hoping for, but like a lot of other things, it's one of the things that we try first, and maybe next year we get even more and more after that. So.
Do you guys know what it was? It was a dance for any kid graduating from 5th grade to have a little mini graduation dance. They had DJs and games and food, and what a fun thing for kids. And then I wanted to thank the marketing department for the, hopefully I'm using the right word, the accessibility function, is that the right word? That's been added to the website. If you look at the website, there's a widget for people who see differently or process information differently. You can click on that button and it changes, simplifies it, removes like competitive colors. Is that correct?
Correct.
And so it's a great thing to have on our website. And thank you.
Constantly monitoring so that we're compliant with what we need to be.
Yeah, thank you for getting that done. I'm really proud to have that. So thank you. I'm done.
I would like to make a recognition of gratitude for all of the members of our community that have been showing up in this past year. I feel like an energized sense of pride for this city that I've grown up in and have lived in since 1965, and I'm just so proud to call this place my home.
This time of year, it's my favorite time of year because things come back to life. I have family that lives across the street from Lakewood Meadows, Amy, and that place is absolutely vibrant and electric, and it's always crowded, mostly with children. Pickleballers are out there at 7 a.m. ready to go. It's just a beautiful park. I mean, it signifies the difference between some of the dated parks versus where we are today. And if you haven't been to Lakewood Meadows, just drive by, walk around it. It's really something. I mean, and my grandkids can't wait to see until the water comes on. And anyway, it's a wonderful site. And Eric, I go to Lippold a lot. Get sucked into a 9-year-old travel baseball team nightmare. But the park, I walked through it 4 days ago on the way to a practice, and there was dandelions everywhere, and it was a little bit overgrown, and I knew the cut was coming, but not only was the cut there 2 days later, dandelions were all gone. You had laid down the treatment, and anyway, the park looks great. It's beautiful. I mean, you know, we're fortunate to have Lippold. One of my priorities, I still want the parking lot paved, but in time. But I just want to thank all of you for your hard work and what you do to make spring come alive for us. And as we head into executive session, I want to thank all of you that came to the meeting tonight. If you're not going to return after executive session, thank you and have a good evening. And with that, we'll go to executive session.
Thank you.